Hello everyone, welcome you all. This today's lecture on basics of fluid power and pumps. So today's topic of our lecture is fluid power basics, advantages and limitations, and last one is fluid power distributions. So guys, before going to the lecture, we will discuss about the syllabus of our unit first, that is basics of fluid power and forms. So as we see on PPT, the syllabus of unit first, this unit first, which is divided into two sections. The first sections, that is shows the basics of fluid power, and second section shows the pumps. So guys, today's we will discuss about the basics of fluid power systems, advantage and limitations, comparison between fluid power systems and fluid power distributions. So learning objective of today's lecture is explain the meaning of fluid power, comparison between hydraulics and pneumatic systems, list the advantages and disadvantages of fluid power systems, and last one is the industrial applications of fluid power system. So after completion of this lecture, students should be able to explain these all 4 points that which shows on PPT. So first of all, introductions. So guys, if we want to transmit the power, so we have 3 methods for transmission of powers. First method is the mechanical transmissions. Second method is the electrical transmission, and third method, that is use the fluid for transmission of the power, that is the fluid power transmissions. So this mechanical transmission that we already studied in second year, this electrical transmission that which already studied in first year. So in this course, we will discuss about the fluid power transmissions. That is the fluid which is used to transmit the power. Okay. So fluid, that is liquid as well as gas, which is used for this work. So guys, the fluid power transmission system, which is include the 2 types of systems, that is the hydraulic systems and pneumatic systems. In these hydraulic systems, which is based on the liquids, and this pneumatic system which is based on the gases. If we see, this hydra shows the water and this pneuma shows the air, right? Which Greek words. Okay, these are the Greek words. So this fluid power system divided into 2 systems, that is hydraulic systems and pneumatic systems. This hydraulic system which is run on the water, and pneumatic system which is run on the air. So again guys, there are 2 types of hydraulic system. First is the fluid transport systems, and another is the fluid power system. Fluid transport system means only transmission of your fluid through pipes. Okay, that is nothing but the fluid transfer system. Whenever the control is defined, the system which is called as the fluid power system, that means the system which is used to generate the power using fluid. Now guys, I will show you the 2 systems on this screen, that is hydraulic systems and pneumatic system. These both the system which is the fluid power systems, right? So these both system which is used to transmit the power from one point to the another point. So first of all, we discuss about these hydraulic systems. The power in both the system is transferred through the fluid. The oil that hydraulic systems use is incompressible, similar to a solid. That means in terms of fluid, the oil which is used in the hydraulic system, which is the incompressible oil is used, which is similar to the solid. That means there is no compressible, right? So incompressible fluid which is used in the hydraulic systems. In terms of pneumatic systems, air is used for transmitting the power, right? Like as spring. That means if we provide input to the spring get compressed. That means the compression takes place, right? So in pneumatic system, air is used because air is compressible like a spring. And in hydraulic systems, the fluid is used, that is this fluid or water which is incompressible like a solid. This is solid. If you give the input, we can't this compress because this is incompressible and this is compressible, right? So in terms of fluid, water is used and water is incompressible, and in pneumatics air is used which is compressible like a spring. The characteristic of the incompressible liquids are the motion which is caused by fluid entering a chamber is slow and smooth. Because the output follows the motion of the input directly, the position and the speed of the output device is easy and accurate to control. So in incompressible, the liquid which is used to transmit the power. If we see the characteristic of compressible gas, which is compressed and tends to expand quickly, the motion is fast. So if you consider the hydraulic system, the motion is slow, and if you consider the pneumatic system, the motion is fast, right? The compressed air causes the motion of the output device to be jumpy. Therefore, it is difficult to position object accurately or precise speed. Because this process is fast, we use the compressible, that is air, and this process is slow. So that's why we can accurately control this process, that is the fluid hydraulic system process. And this process we can't control very accurately because this is very fast process, because air is compressible and water is not a compressible. So water is incompressible and air is compressible. So this is all about the fluid. So in terms of lubrication is there, many of the components used in hydraulic and pneumatics require the lubrication to prevent wear. So wear and tear, to prevention of this wear and tear, the lubrication is there in hydraulic system as well as pneumatic system. In hydraulic system, the system is self-lubricating because it is uses oil, right guys? Because oil is used in the hydraulic system. So this system is self-lubricating, but pneumatic system, there is the air. So oil mist is often added to the air stream to provide the lubrication. So if you see this diagram guys, so this is the oil which is added with the air. Why? This oil which is mixed with air for lubrication of internal parts of pneumatic system. So in terms of lubrications, hydraulic system is self-lubricated, and for pneumatic systems, the oil which is mixed with the air as shown in this figure, right? Now, in terms of pressure, the pressure generated in hydraulic system range from 500 to 5000 psi, and the pneumatic system which is operate around 100 psi. So in terms of pressure, if we require the more pressure, the hydraulic system is used because 500 to 5000 psi, and if you require less pressure, then pneumatic system is used because the pressure is 100 psi. So if you see in this diagram guys, hydraulic systems are commonly used to lift or move heavy objects. So if you see here, this shows the hydraulic system, this system which is used to lift the heavy object, right? And if you see, the pneumatic system are commonly used to operate rotary tools and cylinder for clamp or pushing mechanism. So this is your pneumatic tool which is used to clamping or pushing the mechanism, because it requires the less pressure and this requires the high pressure to lift the heavy objects, right? So if you required to lift the heavy object, then hydraulic system is used. If your requirement to lift or clamps or push the not heavy object, then pneumatic system is used, right? So in terms of power supply is there, this pump is there to transmission of the fluid. So with the help of this pump, the transmission of fluid is there. Okay, with the help of this pump, the transmission of fluid is there. Okay, so these guys, this diagram shows the hydraulic system. This system we will discuss in our next sessions. Only I will show this diagram for this pump, right? Because this pump which is used to supply the fluid through the hydraulic systems, right? In pneumatic systems, the fluid, that is the air which is supplied to the pneumatic system using the air compressor. So this is air compressor. This air compressor which is used to provide the air to the pneumatic system and work takes place. So if you see here guys, working of the pneumatic system, and this air compressor is used for power supply. So in terms of power supply is there, pump is used in hydraulic systems to provide the fluid to the components of the hydraulic systems, and in terms of pneumatic power supply, the air compressor is there to provide the air to the pneumatic systems as shown in the figure, right? So guys, this is summary, that is the comparison of the hydraulic and pneumatic systems that we had already discussed. So incompressible liquid which is used in the hydraulic system and compressible air is used in the pneumatic system, right? This process is slow and smooth motion. This process is quick and jumpy motions because incompressible liquid is there, compressible air is there. Very precise process. This not precise as much as hydraulics. This process is safe lubricant we had already discussed, and lubricant it added for pneumatic systems, right? We had discussed. Pressure range is 500 to 5000 psi, and in pneumatic system the pressure around 100 psi. So guys, this is all about the hydraulic and pneumatic system. That is the comparison of hydraulic and pneumatic systems, right? Now, after comparison of hydraulic and pneumatic systems, next we will discuss about the advantages of fluid power system and limitations of the fluid power system. So first advantages of these fluid power systems are, this system is simple and easy to operate. Multiplication and variation of forces are there. Multifunction control is there in fluid power system. Low speed torque is there. Constant force or torque is there. 6 advantage is economically low weight to power ratio. And last advantage of fluid power system is this power system can be used where safety is of virtual importance. So guys, these are the some advantages of the fluid power system. Now next, what are the disadvantages or limitations of the fluid power systems? So in terms of limitations, the lack of understanding of the equipment and poor circuit design, which can result overheating and leaks. If you design the poor circuit, then leakage is there, overheating is there. So this is the main disadvantages of the fluid power systems. Overheating occurs when the machine uses less energy than power unit provides. So this is the second limitations of the fluid power systems. So whenever you design the circuit, okay, so good circuit design is very required, because otherwise overheating circuit is there and leakage of the circuit is there, and we did not get the proper output. Now the last part of this lecture, that is the fluid power applications. So guys, we had already discussed about the fluid power systems, hydraulic system, pneumatic systems. Okay, comparison of hydraulic, pneumatic. We had discussed the advantages as well as limitations of this system. Now there are two types of applications is there on fluid power system. So in terms of hydraulic, guys, stationary hydraulics is there. That means these fix in one positions. Okay, so if you see lifting, conveying device, metal forming presses, lifts, food processing machinery, automatic handling equipment, and robots. So these all systems are fixed at in one position. So that is called as the stationary hydraulics. If you see the mobile hydraulics, in this mobile hydraulics, automobile, tractors, airplane, missile, boats, etc., trippers, excavated, elevating platforms, lifting, conveying devices. So guys, these are the mobile hydraulic. That means this system which is not placed at one position, this system which is located at many different positions. If you see the lifting and conveying devices, that means the lifting or convey the our object from one location to the another location, right? Tipper is there. If you uh, transport traveling the transformation of that sand soil. Okay, so these are the mobile hydraulics. That means this hydraulics system which is not fixed at one position, this system which is transferred from at many different positions. So these are the main two hydraulics applications. So guys, these are some more applications of industrial applications like agriculture, automations, automobiles, aviations, defense, entertainment, fabrication industry, food, beverage, foundry, glass industry. So where the fluid power system is required. So these are the some applications like instrumentation, jigs and switcher, machine tools, materials handling, medicals, movies, oil industry, plasma industry, plastic industry, pharmaceuticals, right? Press tools, robots, ships, undersea, woodworking. So these are the some applications of fluid power system where the hydraulic system is used or pneumatic system is used, right? So guys, this is all about the hydraulic systems or pneumatic system or the fluid power systems. So do you have any questions regarding our fluid power basics, advantage, disadvantage, fluid power distributions, how to distribute the fluid and how to generate the power, classifications, applications? So you can ask me on our WhatsApp group or at our Moodle site. Okay, thank you.